Welcome everybody to another video of Ancient Greece Reloaded. Today we will talk about the famous Achaean hero Teucer, the famous hero of the Trojan War. By the way, if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so as to stay tuned for upcoming videos. Teucer was a noted Greek hero who fought for the Achaean force at Troy, and unlike a number of other famous heroes of the Trojan War, Teucer would survive the fighting. Teucer was a prince of the Salamis island, for Teucer was the son of King Telamon and Queen Hesione. Being a son of Telamon made Teucer half-brother to Ajax, aka Ajax the Great, Ajax being the son of Telamon's first wife, Periboea. Teucer was often referred to as illegitimate or bastard Teucer, simply because he was not born to Telamon's first wife. Telamon himself was a named hero, for he was named as a Calydonian hunter and also an Argonaut, alongside his brother Peleus. Telamon though was also a companion of Heracles and fought alongside Heracles during the first siege of Troy. It was for his part in fighting alongside Heracles that Telamon was given Hesione as a wife, for Hesione was a daughter of King Laomedon of Troy, the Trojan king being killed by Heracles, and sister to Priam. This of course means that King Priam of Troy was Teucer's uncle, while the children of Priam, including Hector and Paris, were Teucer's cousins. Teucer's name only becomes famous in Greek mythology because of his presence at Troy amongst the Achaean forces. The former suitors of Helen had been obliged by the oath of Tyndareus to gather their armies together in order that Helen could be retrieved from Troy. Teucer is not mentioned as a suitor of Helen though, by the Hesiod or Hyginus, although his name does appear in the Bibliotheca. Teucer's half-brother Ajax though was named by all three as a suitor. Ajax therefore brought 12 ships from Salamis to Troy, and Teucer was a commander of these troops. Teucer was often named as the greatest archer amongst the assembled Greek forces, although Philoctetes, when he rejoined the war, might have been worthy of this title, and also Odysseus was more than competent with the bow. Ajax and Teucer would work closely together during the Trojan War, for Teucer would unleash his arrows from behind the mighty shield of Ajax. Arrow after arrow would find its mark amongst the Trojan ranks, but every time that Teucer would fire at Hector, the mightiest of all the Trojan defenders, his arrow would be deflected. For unknown to Teucer, Apollo was at that time protecting Hector from death. Also, Hector would at one point injure the shooting arm of Teucer, preventing more damage being done to the Trojan defenders, at least for a short time. Agamemnon was ecstatic about having the skill of Teucer upon his side, and promised Teucer great riches when the city of Troy fell. The bond between Ajax and Teucer though would be broken shortly after the death of Achilles. Ajax the Great and Odysseus would combine to retrieve the fallen body and armor of their comrade, but subsequently the great eloquence of Odysseus saw Ajax lose out when it came to taking the armor of Achilles. Some say that Ajax simply committed suicide because of the disgrace of losing to Odysseus, whilst others say that madness led Ajax to turn and to kill his own comrades, but Athena had Ajax kill a flock of sheep instead. Afterwards, when Ajax realized what he had done, the Greek hero committed suicide. Teucer would protect the body of his brother and ensured that Ajax had a proper funeral, although Agamemnon and Menelaus both argued against Ajax being deserving of the rights. Teucer though found an unlikely ally in Odysseus, and so Ajax was buried upon the Troad. This though would have an adverse impact on the future of Teucer. Upon the death of Ajax, Teucer became commander of the Salaminian forces. The Trojan War was soon to end though, for Odysseus' idea of the wooden horse was put into action. Teucer was named alongside the likes of Philoctetes and Menelaus amongst the 40 Greek heroes who entered the belly of the horse. Thus, Teucer was present when the city of Troy finally fell to the besieging Achaean forces. By the end of the war, Teucer was said to have slain 30 named Trojan heroes, with Homer naming a few. Teucer was not amongst those who committed sacrilege during the sacking of Troy, and as a result, his return to Salamis was both uneventful and quick. This though did not mean it was a happy return, for Telamon refused to allow his son to step foot once again on his homeland. Telamon would blame Teucer for the death of his brother Ajax, the failure to return the body and armor of Telamon's son, and also for failing to bring the son of Ajax, Eurysakes, back to the island. Although Eurysakes did at some point reach Salamis, for he would succeed his grandfather as king. Some say Teucer would travel to Corinth, where after a meeting with Idomeneus and Diomedes, there was an agreement to attack and to regain their kingdoms, although of course Salamis was not Teucer's to take. In any case, the plans came to nothing, for Nestor dissuaded the trio from acting. Consequently, Teucer travelled onwards, possibly following a promise made by the Greek god Apollo that he was destined for a new kingdom. Teucer indeed came into a new kingdom, when he aided King Peleus of Tyre in his attempt to take the island of Cyprus. With Teucer's help the island fell, and was subsequently presented to the Greek hero by Peleus. On Cyprus, Teucer married Evne, daughter of Cinyras, king of Cyprus, and had by her a daughter Asteria. Teucer would be the founder of the city of Salamis, named for his homeland, and constructed a magnificent temple dedicated to Zeus. Some Greek myths do have Teucer trying to take the kingdom of Salamis from his nephew Eurysakes, and when repulsed, travelled onwards to Gallicia, where he founded the city of Pontevedra. Let us finish with the following saying: "Only in death there is no remedy, Menander." That being said, remember guys to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel, it would help us a lot. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for upcoming videos.